how can you survive in piracy if someone who's throwing immense amount of resources at that can't stop it? You know, so it's basically kind of an unstoppable force. So, you know, as by way of introduction, we're the co-creators of AskANinja.com. I'm Kent Nichols. This is Douglas Sarine.
It's a two-person show that just the two of us produce in an apartment in Los Angeles. And aside from the fact that it's been, you know, viewed over 100 million times and we've won awards and all that kind of stuff, that's all nice. But the reason why we're talking here today is because we've also made a lot of money doing it and want to encourage independent filmmakers and independent recording artists to do the same.
Yeah.
We're going to start in 1950 because that's when the world began with rock and roll.
Sure. So, you know, imagine you're like Buddy Holly. You've got a kicking pair of glasses.
Yeah.
You know, you and the Crickets are practicing up a storm in your garage.
But there's a lot of things about technology that are limiting your ability to promote yourself as a band. You can only travel so far because you maybe just have a crappy Volkswagen, your ability to reach your fan base is extremely limited based on the marketing tools that are available to you and the technology.
Yeah, and it's really expensive to record your music. It's really expensive to distribute that music. So, you know, you do what you can. You do local tours. The dream is to sign, you know, a record deal, which, you know, as I'm sure we've all heard the horror stories, they were typically bad record deals. And then you get famous. And, you know, the asterisk there is, of course, you won't probably get rich and you probably won't get famous either. You know, for every Buddy Holly, there was, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of people that were aspiring to be in the Buddy Holly situation, and several of those people would get record deals, but not all of those people would become, you know, reach the highest heights.
Right, but the music machine, the music industry served a purpose at that point. The record label served a purpose because they were able to market things nationally and internationally in the way that a local artist was not able to do. And so they were doing a job. They were serving a function for the artist, and they just happened to also be raping the artist in the process, but they were at least doing something. Before you were able to actually win over a mass amount of people, you had to have someone with marketing money or distribution power to say, yes, you're worthy to be able to reach a fan base.
So, you know, like in the mid-90s, early to mid-90s, we had software, you know, the revolution of software, especially on the music side, where you could, you know, start recording your own stuff with Pro Tools and other software-based things.
Yeah, it was a difficult time because all the good band names had already been used up, and so bands had to come up with new inventive ways to reach a fan base, and there was just a lot more music coming out because people had their own means of producing their music and producing their demos. So now you didn't need a record label, you didn't need anybody to believe in your music before you could start producing that music. And you also could do little things like make cheap music videos because the video camera was out there, and your ability to travel and move around your country or even the world was easy. And in the United States, Kent and I grew up on opposite sides of the United States, but he was still able to see bands that were local bands from my area on the East Coast. He was able to see them in California because it was fairly inexpensive for them to get there. Now you're not only practicing and becoming good and becoming a great artist, but now you're also marketing and distributing your music yourself. But yet you're still lining up to get approval from a record label before you try and access your fan base.
And yeah, so you sign another bad record deal, still doesn't mean you'll get rich, still doesn't mean you'll get famous. There's such a wide disparity of like how everything's valued, and you know, and it's still really frustrating, confusing. And so, you know, if you do get that deal, like people, you know, they still try to own everything about you, like a 1950s record contract. And they also don't want to pay you. Yeah. So it's like the worst of all worlds.
And they themselves don't even understand the model. They don't know how to value it. They don't know how to engage in the new media space. They're not familiar with the tools, or if they are familiar with them, if individuals are, they don't know how to integrate them into the large system that is mass media distribution right now.
We've seen in the online video space where there's like this promise of fame and fortune, but the actual figures don't, the actual money doesn't actually follow that. And it tears relationships apart because people start going, well, if I was just doing something else, like I could support myself, and I could have a family, I could have all, just sort of live life as opposed to living frat boys in college.
Right,
So.
and we learned this the hard way when we went to the store and tried to buy milk with YouTube views, and they didn't accept them. It was unacceptable currency. The key to the marketplace is its ability to reach into reality and to reach real people and connect with real fans all over the world.
Independent will mean like you probably won't sell 1 million CDs, but you'll sell on a much more quality basis, and since you'll be keeping more of the profits yourself, you will probably you do have the potential to make the same amount as you would if you'd sold 1 million CDs or more. By going independent.
And this was something that we were even astounded with ourselves when we decided to put out a DVD of our first season of our show that we've been giving away for free online. And why would anybody want a DVD of a show that they can watch for free online? And even to this date, it's our #1 selling item of merchandise, because people want to hold it and they want to be there. And when we show up at comic book shops and do signings, they want to bring in the CD and get a physical autograph and interact with us and talk to us about the show. And that which happened fairly early. That was in the first year that we started doing Ask a Ninja. That experience caused us to really reevaluate how we connect with our fans and to start the idea of blowing out fan sites and connecting at an even greater level, realizing that that's where the value was. It wasn't in appeasing a big Hollywood studio.
Connect with fans, give them a reason to buy, and then that becomes your new business model. And so it's connecting with the fans and not like demanding of the fans of like, come on, you should support us. It's like no, like here, I'm going to give you something cool to buy into. And then when I give you a reason to buy concert tickets or whatever, you will take that opportunity and support us. We just need to start shifting the thought away from content as in and of itself is like valuable. Like yes, it is, but it's also a lost leader for fans. You have to give it away for free to the consumer because that becomes the promotion. The future will be things like Creative Commons, where artists will directly license their work to fans. Please do what you will, remix this, give me attribution, all of that sort of stuff. But all of the commercial rights are still available to us as artists. Like, we can still license it to film, TV, commercials. Like those income streams are still available, even though we're giving it away. Like just because you're making it available for people to share, it doesn't mean that you're giving away your commercial interest to it.
You can do anything you want with it as long as you don't make money. And your fans will be your marketing machine. We also
have a don't be a dick philosophy to our fans of don't sell this on eBay. Like we've had friends that have put things out like fake compilation DVDs on eBay and other things that are like faux commercial things. It's like, don't be a dick. Like we're already giving it away for free. So don't apply commercial interests onto it. That aren't our own. Like if a fan wants to upload it to YouTube, that's cool. I'm all for that. But if YouTube started taking all of our stuff wholesale and was uploading it, like that's a commercial violation. And so we that's them being a dick. So conclusions. It's hard to achieve both fame and money only with content on the internet. That content really has to be a larger larger thought process of how to connect with fans, how to make money, with those connections and the broader thing. You should always be humbled by the craft and never be like, oh, I'm amazing. You can always be better.
Yo, I hear all of these Webernetters and interbloggers pooping their pants about piracy, but I'm here to tell you, piracy is no match for ninjacy.
I rap from the shadows on a poisonous mic. Lyrics so hard that it feels like spikes. My skills fill buckets with brains and guts. My right foot's tired from kicking butt.
Which left is death to bring about death.
What's that you say with the very last breath? Oh snap, there goes your head and your neck. I'm the last thing you see before your eyes go X.
I think you paid like Starbuck. In your head this ninja star stuck. You stole my song, so I stole your heart. That's not a metaphor. I actually reached into your chest cavity and pulled out the heart that was sending blood to your everywhere. There is very little chance you will live to the end of this song.
You're dying for realsies, but also for my lyrics. You wish your life was longer just so you could hear this.
Why do you kill me, baby? Say, why do you do it? Why do you kill me, baby? Say, why do you do it?
Drop back like a cracker from a deep nap. Slap, slap, I'm all over you like Google Maps.
I'm smooth like a baby's butt. You lose when I start to cut.
Your head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Where my sword chops, nobody knows. I punch and rap and kick. Get out of the way to avoid the blood trip.
On my fresh threads, I got a whole damn file. I suckers at my dead just from biting my style.
You don't need to worry about an MP3. All you need to sweat about is MC me. Come to my show and buy my teas, or end up a puddle of blood and pee.
That threat was unnecessary, like France. Let's make it all better with a ninja dance. Dancing makes everything all better. To all my ninjas out there, I look forward to beating you soon. Do you think they get that beat actually has a double meaning? Yeah, you guys probably get that. Hey!